כאשר עומר בן אל-חטאב יישא חסד הבורא, החליף השני של הנביא מוחמד עליו השלום, ביקר בירושלים ובכנסיית הקבר הקדושה ביותר לנוצרים, והגיע זמן התפילה, הציע לו הכומר להתפלל בכנסייה, כי הרי היא מקום קדוש. אך עומר דחה את ההצעה ביתר נימוס ואמר, אם יתפלל כאן עלולים חסידיי לדבוק במקום אחרי מותי, ולא אוכל להבטיח את זכותכם עליה. כאשר שלטון החליפות קם על עקרונות השוויון, כיבוד זכויות האחר ורצון עז ואמיתי לשלום בסביבתם, כפי שהבהיר הקוראן המפואר, וגם כבוד הנביא עליו השלום, רק אז תוכל אותה חליפות להוות כוח עוצמתי לבניית העולם והבטחתו.
Well, one of the things I enjoy about coming to the peace symposiums that the Ahmadi community holds is to listen to His Holiness. I always find him inspirational. I think tonight his message was even more important than ever. And I felt the way that he talked about the threat of ISIS in Iraq and Syria, and the way he showed that ISIS has nothing to do with the faith of Islam, I thought was extremely persuasive.
His Holiness gave a speech that was incredibly powerful, that set out all of the claims that violent groups like ISIS made and then totally demolished them in terms of what the Quran actually says. I think for a lot of people sat in the room, it helped them really understand what true Islam is actually about and how this message of peace is really at the heart of it.
But the Holiness, I just thought, it's incredible because all the things he was saying were going through my mind and I could actually relate to nearly everything that he said, which actually I think probably surprised me for some reason. I don't know why. I just found it very, very moving. I'm really pleased I came. I can't say more than that.
כבוד החליף ידוע בין מנהיגי העולם בשל מאמציו ההומניים ובגלל מסר השלום שהוא מקדם במוטו, אהבה לכולם ואין שנאה לאיש. כבוד החליף נסע רבות במטרה לקדם ולהפיץ את מסר השלום ובמטרה להזכיר לעולם את חשיבות כיבוד זכויות האחר. במהלך הסיורים שלו פגש כבודו מספר רב של מנהיגים מהמזרח הרחוק עד אירופה ומצפון אמריקה עד אפריקה, כשהוא דן בסוגיות כלכליות, חברתיות ופוליטיות שמאתגרות את העולם היום, וכיצד ניתן ליישם את עקרונות השלום והצדק בעולם כולו. בנוסף הוא פגש מנהיגים רוחניים ונציגים של ארגונים שונים במטרה לדון בערכים המשותפים, בחוקי היסוד שדתות ותרבויות מקדמות במטרה לקדם מוסריות וקירוב לבבות. כבוד החליף מעניק תשומת לב רבה לכל החפץ לדבר איתו, בין אם היה זה ילד קטן או איש מבוגר, ללא הבדל מוצא, צבע או דת. הוא יזם וחנך פרויקטים רבים במטרה להפחית מתופעת העוני והסבל האנושי. אין דאגתו מוגבלת בתחום בני העדה האחמדית.
For His Holiness, the slogan, love for all, hatred for none, really comes to life. And I have borne witness to His Holiness waging a jihad of love, opposing the jihad of the sword with the jihad of the pen and of love itself.
And it is an honor to welcome you, Your Holiness. Your leadership has made you a figure of global prominence, and you have become a guide for millions of Muslims worldwide.
Your Holiness, it is undoubtedly a reflection of the blessing that you bring to this capital.
I want to express gratitude for the privilege of appearing here in front of Your Holiness and this assemblage. We're really honored you're here. I was saying earlier that you brought the House and the Senate together. We should have you here more often, and we're grateful.
I would like to pay an additional tribute to the work being done by Ahmadis in raising standards in Africa, and particularly in education.
I was reflecting when I had opportunity to learn more, Your Holiness, about your service, particularly about your contribution to the people of Ghana in the late 1970s and early 80s. And it reminded me of something remarkable that happened here in our great state a few years ago in Death Valley. You may even recall this. In the winter of 2004, there were 7 inches of rain that fell on Death Valley. A few months later, the spring of 2005, the entire valley was carpeted with flowers. And it was just a reminder that Death Valley wasn't dead, it was dormant. It was waiting for the seeds of possibility to be sown. And I think about, Your Holiness, the extraordinary work you did in Ghana, particularly your agricultural commitment, bringing wheat to the people of Ghana. It had never been done in the history of that country. You sowed the seeds of possibility, and it's a reminder to all of us as we deal with the issue of ignorance and poverty and disease, as you have committed your life to, that when the right conditions come along, success is irreversible. It's inevitable. Success simply will find its way.
For all the events you go to, you will seldom see the golden key presented. Today you will see the golden key presented to you, Your Holiness.
I've seen 4 keys to the city given out in my 12 years as a city council member, and this is a very special honor indeed that is reserved for the most special of visitors.
This hand shook the hand of His Holiness. I was just thrilled.
כיום, האיש הזה, כבוד מירזה מסרור אחמד, הינו המנהיג של הקהילה האסלאמית האחמדית, והוא החליף של האסלאם.
I don't know how you find out who is going to be elected as a holiness, because he has some aura around him that says so much without saying any words. And that is a big experience to me.
Is that the words of His Holiness today has changed my perspective for the Muslims. I used to be afraid, but today he brought my mind down. If we have 3 men like this worldwide, and people can listen to him, the world will change. The president cannot speak like this. His words carry power. His words carries wisdom. His words carries blessing. So that's why I want to work with this group as a friend. Yes.
חסידיו, המונים עשרות מיליונים, נמצאים ביותר מ-200 מדינות בעולם, דבר שהופך אותו למנהיג של הקהילה האסלאמית הגדולה ביותר תחת הנהגה עולמית אחת. החליף שנאם בקפיטול היל, בפרלמנט הבריטי, הפרלמנט האירופי, ושנפגש עם מספר רב של מנהיגי העולם, מוכתר כגיבור השלום מצד מנהיגי העולם.
In this we are allied with His Holiness, a courageous champion of religious freedom and of peace. We especially applaud the Caliphate for denouncing those who pervert faith by claiming it as a justification for violence. However we define God, it is wrong to kill in His name.
I had the privilege to have been invited to attend and speak at the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community Peace Conference in Scotland on Saturday. Not only do they fully contribute to life in Britain, but raise thousands of pounds each year for British charities. The horrific events of Friday evening in Paris were condemned by all attendees. True Islam is a peace-loving religion, and the Ahmadians follow this principle in their daily lives and believe wholeheartedly in peaceful solutions to all matters. It's very sad in today's world there's a minority of Muslims intent in presenting an alternative image of Islam. The Ahmadiyyan Muslims wish to promote loyalty, freedom, equality, respect and peace. And the motto that they live by is love for all, hatred for none. All of us would do well to remember and try and live by that motto also.
A few months ago had the pleasure of attending the Ahmadiyya Mosque in Morden and meeting, I have met on a number of occasions with members of the Ahmadiyya community. The Honourable Lady is absolutely right. They are a very good example in terms of not just the values which they live by, but also the practice, the way in which they put those values into practice in working within their local communities.
Today, when we, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, raise the slogan of love for all and hatred for none as a means to establish global peace, we do so directly in fulfillment of the teachings of the Holy Quran and the practice of the Holy Prophet, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him. I will, God willing, always continue to carry out my task and my responsibilities of promoting peace, tolerance, justice, and compassion to the corners of the world. I will continue to tell all people that in order to be relieved of the pain and suffering that we face today, we must adopt true justice and equality.